Hello everyone, so I'm starting this video in my office, so we're going to see if it works. It's a little bit different program than it is on my iPad, and I'm sorry if the sound isn't quite as good. My iPad's pretty good, and so we'll just see what happens. So last week we talked about using quantitative data in program evaluation research, but many program evaluations also have qualitative data. And in my experience, I think that mixed methods is the most appropriate to use. We see that a lot more than anything else. See, often we use qualitative data to explain a story that's more subtly shown in the quantitative data. So remember back to when we talked about comparisons last week. Comparisons are part of the story to tell, and the qualitative data that you collect in a program evaluation is really what's going to help you better able interpret the efficacy of your program for your clients. So often they'll understand the qualitative data better than the quantitative data. So using both to analyze a program and to tell the story for your clients is really a good idea. So this week we're going to talk about that qualitative data, and we're actually going to talk about three things. So this week is kind of packed. So first we'll talk about qualitative designs and data that's often used, and that includes an overview of some of the categories of the qualitative traditions that are used. Then we'll talk about mixed method designs, which I find particularly useful for program evaluation because you can have that quantitative data, but you also are able to tell the story. And then finally, we'll talk about client satisfaction data and why it's important to collect, but also it has some limitations, so we'll talk about those. Now, I'm certain you've not forgotten your needs assessment proposals to this Thursday. I'll begin grading them as soon as they're all turned in. I don't want to grade any of them early because I want to make sure that I can stay consistent with my grading across all of them. So I won't give you another assignment this week that's graded because you have that big needs assessment proposal that's due. But I do want you to begin to think about the questions that you'd like to ask for your own program evaluation proposal if you've not already thought about them. So please post these questions if you'd like feedback on them into the assignment. Again, it's not graded, but I'll give you feedback on it. And also start working on your logic models for your program evaluation proposal. Now, you're most welcome to continue thinking about the same project or program or agency or whatever as you used for your needs assessment, but it's not required. You can switch something else if you want to based upon your needs and interests. So I'm happy to talk with you and give you advice about it if that's what you need.